Hi folks, this is a quick tutorial to get this effect. Okay, this is a transparency per object in if. In Blender, you don't have a transparency per object slider that you can control and animate. But thanks to this recent change in Blender, okay, this was quite old, but it was added to master recently. It's a patch by Alexander Gabrilov. Okay, now it's much easier because you can modify a material with an object property. Okay, so this is how we do it. So this is how it works. We have a cube. Let's start with the cube and then we'll do it with Suzanne. So we usually do this by creating a new material, and here we can set this alpha value in the material. Okay, this won't work out of the box. We have to, here in material tab, under settings, we have to click blend mode to be alpha blend. Okay, now the object works. And to fix the shadow, as you can see, the shadow stays always the same. We have to set shadow mode to alpha hast. Okay, now you can see it kind of works. This you can fix this rectangle here by checking this backface cooling, and now it kind of works. This is quite noisy at the moment. Okay, you can go here under render properties, sampling, and set this much higher. For example, so now the shadow will be softer. Okay, as you can see, there are some glitches yet, but it's quite usable. Now, the problem with this is that if you duplicate this object, you can see that this value, it's per material, not per object. Okay, what we can do now is, okay, go to object properties and let's add a custom one. Okay, we can call it transparency. Okay, and now here in the material node 3, we can add input attribute. Okay, we can set the type to object and write this string here under here, the same one. Now this value, we can use it here to drive the alpha value. So now this slider will do the same. But the good thing is that we can duplicate the object, and now each one will have its own value. Okay, and we can animate this. Okay, we can do the same. Let's delete this. We can do the same with a multi-material object. This one has 3 materials. Okay, so we have to do the same for each material. So we go here under settings, set these 3 as before, and we have to do this for each one. And here we have to add that node. Luckily, we can copy and paste. And now we set this property here. And you can see that we can drive that alpha value per object. Okay, if we duplicate the object, each one will have its own value. The good thing about this is that you can create animations for that. So, for example, we get this object here and we create an animation. We start with 0 transparency. So we can keyframe this value here. This should be 0. Okay. And we can call this fade in. Okay. And we can easily apply this to several objects. Okay, in the nonlinear animation. We can add a track and fade in. Okay, as you can see, you can easily create an animation with a transparency per object. The same action, we can duplicate it and we can reverse, so it would be a fade out. Should be fade in. The same here, we can add fade in, reverse it. I hope this is useful for anyone. Thank you very much.